welcome back to Becky's Allotment. Today I'm going to be planting something which you can grow in the winter. The last seeds that I'm going to be planting this year anyway, which is sweet peas. I like to start them early because they tend to get forgotten in the spring because I'm so busy trying to plant everything else. So it's much easier if I'm able to chuck them in like the broad beans, and I like to start them in these type of trays, long trays. They have long roots, and I will keep them in the greenhouse over the winter so that they've got the best head start, and then move them out into their final position in the spring when it's warm enough. Now I will show you how I plant my sweet peas. Pretty easy. And sorry, I'm getting distracted because this little snail has hitched a ride in my planter. Come have a look. Look at him. Sneaky little snail. So yeah, I've got Dettol in my come on, you. Out you go. He gets to stay out there. Oh, wasp. So yes, I'm just going to fill this with compost. Then we've got my seeds, which are, I've got 60 seeds, sweet peas from Premier Seeds Direct. Now I don't know if there's going to be a shortage of seeds again, so I am buying all the seeds that I need now, whereas I would usually wait until January, February to give me something to do in the winter months when there's really not much to do at the allotment. But I'm so worried that there's stuff that I really want to grow that I won't be able to get seeds for, that I'm buying them now. So I've got my runner bean seeds, I've got my parsnip seeds, I've got the sweet corn. I have literally got 2 boxes full of seeds at home, so I will literally be able to share with other people and make sure that everyone's got enough seeds. Today is about planting the sweet peas, so that is what we're going to do. Right, so as you can see, I have filled this seed tray with compost. This is seed starting compost, just because it's going to be in here over winter. It's going to be damp, and this type of compost is quite gritty, well draining, and won't leave the seeds standing in water. So I have 60 seeds and 60 cells in this tray. I am going to be planting these 1 to a cell, and that's what the sweet pea seeds look like. So for 2 bags, 30 bags in each. I can't remember how much they were, but they're not particularly expensive. Now you can soak these first if you wish. I don't tend to bother because they just germinate anyway, and I don't find the germination rate any higher if you soak them. I know if you look back in some of my videos I did, in others I didn't, so I found no difference, to be honest. So I'm just going to sow all 60 of these, and then I'm going to top these up with some more compost and water them, label them, and literally leave them alone over winter. If they look like they're drying out, I'll give them some water. If not, I will leave them alone, to be honest. It's one of those good things about these seeds, is you don't have to do anything with them. And then when you've got little plants next year, make sure you pop them outside because they will grow much better. Now, I didn't pick these for any reason other than I like the colour of these sweet peas. I've grown them before. They're like a purpley whitey colour and I really liked it. So find yourself a mixed bag of sweet peas or have a look at all the different colours you can get and pick your favourite because they're so pretty in the garden and the wildlife love them. They have a gorgeous scent to them and literally every time I walk past them it's just that lovely summery scent, if you know what I mean. Those who like sweet peas will completely understand. I don't understand why there are non-scented versions because that just seems wrong. So I had a few extra, which is great. I just randomly placed them around, so I will know now that some of them will have 2 in, some of them won't. They're not like beetroot where they'll grow multiple ones from one seed. Literally 1 seed, 1 plant, that's all you get. So hopefully, fingers crossed, these will do well. I'm just going to top these up with compost, give them a water, put them on the shelf. I tell you what, I barely had enough to cover those. These trays literally take so much compost and I just about managed to fill them and cover them with this seed sowing compost, which is John Innes one by Westland, and we'll see how these do. So I am going to put these, not put them in water, no, I am going to cover them in water so that I can get the soil to settle around the seeds. So I'm going to water over the top. That's because these seeds are quite big and they're not going to move around too much, and it doesn't matter. If I had small lettuce seeds, I wouldn't water from the top, I would water from underneath. But at the moment, I want the compost to settle in. You can tap the compost, but literally, if I did that at the moment, you'd probably fall onto the compost. So I will not do that while you're around. I'll do that in a minute. So there we go. So sweet peas in and watered. Now, because they are dried seeds, I'm making sure there's plenty of water on those, especially as it's seed sowing compost and will drain right through, as you can see there. But it seems to have soaked it up. I want to make sure that those seeds are in contact with the water and are able to germinate. So that's it. That's the sweet peas done, and I will look forward to seeing and smelling those next year, hopefully. I did plant some last year and I didn't have any sweet peas this year because they were dreadful. I don't know whether that's Snail at them, but they came up really sporadically. I planted a packet of seeds which I'd bought and I planted ones that I'd saved. Absolutely none of the ones that I saved germinated, and a handful of the ones that I actually planted from bought seed actually did grow. So I didn't bother planting out 3 plants on a big massive obelisk at the front of the allotment, so I tried to plant other stuff that didn't grow. Oh, I've had a terrible year. It's probably been the worst year for plants that I've ever had, and I haven't been gardening that long, but I suppose there's always got to be one. Hopefully this is my worst year ever and I'll never get a year like this again. Fingers crossed. But thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.